Welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how to play Brock and some small tips and tricks on how to play with him. Without any further ado, let us get started. In my opinion, Brock is, if not the best, one of the best brawlers in the game thanks to his damage per shot, destructive super and very useful gadgets plus star powers. Quite an unbalanced brawler he is.
I changed the voice to David since it sounds better for me. Brock has two gadgets, one of them is Rocket Laces. It makes Brock jump while dealing damage and pushing back the brawlers very close to him. It is useful for escaping from tanks. The other gadget is called Rocket Fuel. When this gadget is in use, Brock's next shot will have a bigger and faster missile which can destroy structures. Earlier, this gadget increased his damage per shot by a lot, but now it has been nerfed. Brock has two star powers. One of them is called More Rockets. The name itself tells us what it does. It adds 44% more rockets to Brock's super, which is roughly 3 or 4 more. The other star power is called Rocket number 4. It gives Brock 4 ammo bars instead of the usual 3 bars. Got the Piper? Okay, now my super is charged.
Mission failed! We'll get them next time.
Well, let us not talk about that. Moving on, Brock excels in close and far range combat but is horrible in mid-range. He is effective in close range since he can deal monstrous amounts of damage for a sharpshooter and has a good unload speed. Faster than Pipers or Bees. In far range, his rocket will explode at the tip of his range or when it hits a brawler or an obstacle, dealing splash damage to anyone within a 1 block radius. Also, this explosion allows Brock to sort of shoot through walls. In mid-range, you can easily dodge his rockets and most brawlers can attack him since he is in their range while he is attacking him. So with Brock, you should either stay close to an enemy which has lower than 4500 hit points and doesn't have a high damage per shot, or stay far away from the enemy but just make sure they touch the tip of your range. This match seems to be a very close one. The enemy team is leading with the help of the blue star. My gameplay footage of Brock here is quite horrible. I think I should make some videos about some of my better clips so I wouldn't feel disappointed looking at my replays in the future. Don't refer to these clips for what I am saying. They are just there for entertainment of me getting destroyed by the enemy team. Brock can be played passively or aggressively. Both of the styles work well on all game modes, but one outperforms the other in some scenarios, which I will dive deeper later on in the video. Let's talk about passive mode. Most Brock players play like this. The build for it is shield and damage or health gears with Rocket number 4 as the star power, along with either of the gadgets, with Rocket Fuel being the more preferable one. A passive Brock player will mainly play in far range while usually exchanging shots, while sometimes sneak up on the enemy and flank them unexpectedly. Yes, passive players do play aggressively occasionally, but not much. Sometimes they may unload all of their shots and rush forward, or use their Rocket Fuel gadget first to destroy a wall, then send 2 or 3 more rockets flying before them. But most of the time, they will play as support and may sometimes hit the enemy with their super. The star power will give him 1 more missile to shot, which is really good considering how passive players play. The gadget can be used to open up small gaps and destroying walls, which is a pro if used properly. It is also useful for getting more hits on the enemy thanks to the enhanced speed and explosion radius added to the missile. The next mode is the aggressive mode. Only a few players play like this, but in my opinion, this style is more effective compared to the passive style. The build for it is the damage and resistance gears with the more rocket star power and with the rocket laces gadget. This playstyle is the best style for playing Brock in my opinion. Aggressive players tend to engage in both close and far range combat while usually taking out brawlers with low hit points left and constantly pushing the enemy. This is a very risky strategy and has many flaws, but the star power and gadget balance it perfectly. His gadget is versatile and is very useful. It can be used to escape a tank, come close to an enemy, disrupt some supers like Franks, and in modes like Brawl Ball, he can take away the ball from the enemy team. The more rocket star power helps, since aggressive Brock players have some tricks up their sleeves. They can use their super to deal enormous amounts of damage and might sometimes chain them and can use it to do team wipes. One escape trick used by aggressive players is that when an enemy comes close, they use up half of their super, use the gadget and push the enemy towards the raining rockets. This can potentially finish off the enemy, but what is guaranteed is that they will be forced to retreat. In this stage you can start sniping them. This is very useful and anyone can do it as long as they have a good amount of experience with Brock. Now some small tips and tricks with Brock which will improve your performance with him. These apply to both passive and aggressive players. Let's start. 1. Try to use Brock more in close range and far range than mid range. 2. Take advantage of your explosion at the tip of your range to deal damage in long range. 3. Use your super wisely, as it can be used for many purposes like destroying enemy cover, opening the map, or dealing damage and more. 4. Don't bush camp. Brock doesn't need to do it and instead should be out exchanging shots with the enemy. That is the end of my tips and tricks and my tutorial on how to play with Brock. Some more things to say. Brock is hard to play and requires a lot of skill due to his low HP and his slow shot traverse speed. I will rate him 8/10 in terms of difficulty to use and 9/10 for how good he is. Now the remainder of the video will go to me losing my trophies while playing. Enjoy.
Tactical nuke incoming!
And his name is John C.
OMG, that Primo almost scored and almost killed me. I was completely caught off guard by the tick mine. It sounds quite empty. DJ, let's add some music. At this point even cool music cannot make up for this horrendous gameplay. Thanks for carrying me, Max and Jesse. Couldn't have done it without you. Max, can I borrow some of that energy drink? I need it so I won't lose trophies. Someone come join already. That crow is good at dodging. He knows that I am in the bush.
Come at me, bro.
As shown, Brock's superior damage per shot allowed me to easily defeat the crow.
Not even close, baby!
Okay, but that was actually close. I was supposed to lose that one.
Enemy spotted.
I hope the Buzz does not use his super on me. Great, the Buzz has teamed with me. I shouldn't let my guard down though.
Easy!
Buzz, here, have a power cube since you kind of helped me. Bruh, I just finished him off in 2 seconds. Time to betray Buzz.
Oh my god! Wow!
Nice.
Why are you crying?
And that is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if you want me to continue adding voices to my future videos. Peace out.